Good evening.
I hope my voice is audible to everyone.
Yes, it is audible.
Great.
Yeah.
So we'll start the session in next 2 minutes. And before I start, any specific expectation from the participants?
If it can be like short and crisp, like nothing too much lengthy.
I will try my best, right? So I will
Yeah,
try to finish off before the time.
great, great.
Ah,
Yeah.
hmm. ah, ah, anything?
Just looking forward to it because I was a teacher, but like after having a baby, I have not joined any school. So, and plus due to the pandemic, I've been taking tuitions online.
Okay.
So hope this helps me. I can attract more like children
Okay.
online. Yeah, maybe
Okay.
if this helps me.
Yes. Definitely, it will help you. I will.
Okay.
Any other requirement from the participants, from the educators? So I can pitch those part, right? Because there is so many things are there to be highlighted, right? So if you
Yeah.
have some specific requirement, then I can definitely highlight those parts. Okay. Hmm. So, so I'll start the session now and welcome all of you on this session on demonstration of Google Certified Educator, and topic is building your class website. And uh, this session is by Tech for Educators, a Google Cloud Partner company. And this is about the presenter about myself. So I am a Google certified trainer and a Microsoft certified data scientist, and I have trained nearly about 1,000 educators on digital tools, including Google certified educator course, and even presented a paper on international conference on digital pedagogies. Right? So this is a short profile about myself, means what I've been doing. And the outline is going to be like, first of all, in the first half of the session, we will learn how to create a website, how to create homepage, add images, how to add videos in our website, how to add learning resources, and finally we'll also learn how to publish the website so that anyone can view our website. And then we'll go to some part on Google Certified Educator, like why to become a digital smart teachers, about Google Certified Educator. And this is a very good part. I think one of the participant had Mr. Anand, like on how to use this tool. So the demonstration part, we will try to see, not all the tools we can't see, but definitely a couple of tools we'll try to see in the exam process and other details. So this is going to be the session. Session timing is 1 hour 10 minutes. I'll try to finish it off from now. I'll try to finish it from in next 1 hour. So let's start with this one. So, and disclaimer is we'll conduct this session at the moderate pace, right? So generally what happens in our regular training program, we get two kind of participants. One are the beginners level, one are at the regular level, means comfort level. So this training session will not be means running at a very fast level as well as the slow level. So this is going to be the speed of the session, right? So we'll be doing in the moderate speed. Even I have just conducted one poll for everyone. How will you define yourself in technology? Beginners, comfortable, and expert. Right. So I can understand about all of you, and can hmm, everyone. So this will help me in. Okay, great. So first of all, let's start with Google site. So Google site it is one of the tool from Google for Education to create educational website. And again, it is one of the topic of Google Certified Educator course. So using Google site, we can prepare many kind of websites. And anyone over here have created a website before? Anyone? Hmm? Anyone? Okay. So basically, okay. So largely what happened, I have seen not many teachers or educators have created a website. The first reason is my school or college already has one. So why I need to create another website? Don't know the coding part. And sometimes we have this assumption, creation of website is a very costly affair. And the last one is very difficult to learn. Hmm. So, right. So The benefit of creating a website is no cost, no coding is required, means Google site, right? And very easy to learn, and many applications are there. Many application means you can create a site for your department, event, projects, subjects. You can share learning resources on this website. You can create your own portfolio. You can even take assignments in the format of a site. And this is going to be for every screen, means from desktop to smartphone. And even you can sell your courses online, right? So those are the part. And when I say take assignments in the form of a site, means a student can submit their assignment in the format of a website URL, right? So this is the one thing that you can do in the site. And what I'll do, I will take all of you to a simple website, right? So we'll learn what exactly can be done with this site, the site that we can prepare using Google site, right? So all of you can you see, right? So this is a site for a science department. Similarly, you can have a site for your subject. You can have a site for your tuition classes. You can site out for your school or college, right? So you can have site for anything. So here I've just pasted some activities conducted by the department, some images, description, research activities by the department, and even a calendar over here. Okay, it is not coming. But then even we can publish a calendar over here. And after this, we can have courses, right? So even we can sell the courses. So for example, if your school or your tuition classes, or you're an online instructor and want to sell the courses, then directly you can link this website with the payment gateway. So this will take you like this way, and where person can make the payment gateway. But this payment gateway will happen either if you're using PayUmoney or Razorpay. It will not happen with ICICI Bank or other accounts. So you have to take these services. Then there is a success story. So always you can share the success stories of your students. For every class teacher can have success stories towards the end of the month. You can share the success stories of your students. It can be academic, non-academic, because nowadays students like something should be available online rather than giving them the certificate, so that they can share this thing with their friends, right? And you can have many kind of registration form can be over here. Right, so many times we have been organizing different kind of activities day in day out. All teachers, all educators, even it can be a webinar, it can be a seminar. Even for a marketing event, we organize some kind of activities. So everyone can come over here and can fill up their details, like name, email ID, mobile number, and you will get all those details, right? So this is the way we can have this thing. Always we can have faculty member details like this. Then we can create a very good dashboard. So what do you mean by dashboard? So dashboard means to summarize how we can summarize all the information. So like all the charts are here. And the best part of it is even you can share in individual student progress also using this dashboard. And the best part of it, it is directly connected with an Excel sheet. So for example, this is an spreadsheet. Okay, here is the spreadsheet. So here Aniket has scored 100%, right? So this is Aniket has scored 100%. So here if I make 50% and just update the website. So here you can see Aniket has scored 50%, right? So immediately whatever thing that you're going to make changes in the spreadsheet, directly those changes will come over here, and without any learning of any coding. And the best part of it, you can share many kind of resources over here. It can be a slide like this, and it can be a PDF file. And another good part of site is you can prepare your own video library. For example, you want your student to see certain kind of videos before they come to your physical classroom or online classroom, right? So this is the way you can embed or insert the videos on the website. And these videos are directly from YouTube. So may I know whether we have to worry about the copyright part if I'm inserting directly videos from YouTube on my website? Anyone?
Can you repeat the question, please?
Do we have to worry about the copyright part if I'm inserting YouTube videos directly in my website? So this is a YouTube video. If I click, this will start play.
So like you mean to say that we can record our own video also and we can put it on this? Yes. So that will again be from YouTube. We can put our own YouTube.
No, you can prepare, you can do both the things from YouTube as well as from Google Drive. So not necessarily you have to upload the video on YouTube, either YouTube or Google Drive, right? So these are the live video. If I play, they will start playing. And we don't have to worry about the copyright if you are inserting it from YouTube, because this is not coming from my channel, right? I am just inserting the video, right? So you don't have to worry about the copyright part as well. So not only you can prepare your own video, even you can share other videos as well. Those are there on YouTube. What is illegal? Downloading the video from YouTube on your desktop, then uploading it somewhere, that is illegal, right? But directly pasting the link of somebody else's website or this is, we call it embedding. Directly embedding the video is not illegal, right? And then even you can have different kind of calendars over here. Right, so this is my lab calendar. So here lab is busy, 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 you can see. And class calendar, right? So different kind of calendars can be inserted on the websites, and this part you will be learning through Google Calendar, right? So you have to learn even Google Calendar, and then you can embed those calendar on the website. So this is the way website will happen, and again you can have different linkages with other websites. So generally you will say at least it will work like a fully functional website, right? So now we'll go and see how we can create a website. So what I'm going to do, I'll be sharing one link with everyone. So I'm just sharing this link with everyone on chat. And I hope all of you know how to switch between the different screen, right? Because what will happen here, I will show you something, and then you have to do it on your laptop. So only thing here, I just want to add another disclaimer. So all the participants who are comfortable with switching the screen, they can create the website along with me. Any participant who are not comfortable in switching the screen, either they can use Alt tab, or they can later on they can see the recording. In case you are not comfortable with switching the screen by Alt tab, right? Because generally in the live class, what we do, we ask all the participants to see the video on their mobile and do the task on laptop, right? So you don't have to switch anyone, right? But here, since it's a demo session, you can if you know how to switch, you can do it. Otherwise, you can just see the video and later on you can do it, right? So I'm just starting this. I hope all of you have clicked on sites.google.com and create. All of you, are you here? Right. So first of all, we'll be giving it the title to this website. Right. So, I think I have to just mute everyone. Some background noise is coming. Right. So here, everyone, please go on the left-hand side top, on the left-hand side, just click on untitled site, and here you can change the name. So here I'm writing class 8. In your case, you can write class 8, class 9, or tuition class, your name, anything you can write. On the left-hand side, you just have to click and make the changes. And this is going to be the document name of your Google site. And the name of your Google site is going to be here, your page title. Everyone, can you see your page title? Just click on the title part and delete your page title. Delete your page title. Here we can write the title of the site. So here I'm writing class 8. Since we are preparing this website for a class, so like me, you can create a website on your any subject name, anything, means completely up to you. And everyone, in case anyone is facing any problem, please do inform me on the chat or unmute the mic. Here, after changing the text, can you see there is something called change image on the left hand side? You will see a change image tab over there. Just click on that. You will see upload and select image. Upload means whenever we want to upload any image from our desktop, we'll be using the option called upload. In case we are searching for the images directly from the internet, we'll be using the option called select image. Since as of now, we assume we do not have any relevant image on the desktop, so we'll be selecting this image directly from the internet. So we'll be selecting the option called select image. Everyone, again, I'm repeating the process. Change image, click on change image, then click on select image. Once you have clicked on select image, you will go to gallery, and here you will be seeing lots of background. So not necessary we have to select any of this background. we can even search the background directly from the internet as well. So you will see search option. Number 3 option is search. Everyone, can you see search option? Number 3 is the search option. Just click on that. And here we can write the image that we are searching for. For example, I want a school image over here. So I am writing school building. Right, everyone? Search school building. Then I'm searching for the image by clicking on the search icon. And here I'm getting many images, right? All the relevant images I'm getting. And so to insert any image on our website, we just have to double click on the image. Everyone, double click on any of the image which you're liking. So in case if I'm liking this image, double click, that image will come on the background. Everyone. Okay.
Yes, we are able to do it.
Great. Right.
Yeah.
So now, and okay. So now you will see over here, I have activities conducted by the department, and different images are there, right? So how to insert, this is called text box, right? And these are called images. So how to insert a text box? So first of all, I'll go to the insert option. Can you see, everyone, on the right hand side top corner, you will see insert. And under insert, you will see a text box. Just single click on the text box. Just single click on the text box, a text box will appear over there. Everyone, under insert, you'll get a text box. And here I am writing anything. So for example, in my case, I'm writing activities. And in your case, you can write anything else. Everyone, insert, under insert, you will see a text box. Just click on the text box. And normal text is there, right? So in case you want to increase the font size, just click on normal text and select title or heading, right? So it will automatically increase the size of the text box, right? So here you can see the size is I have increased to 34. In case you can want to make other changes, you can use all different options which are available over there. Everyone, did you insert the text box?
Yes, done till here.
Okay. Now we want to change the background color. I don't like this white color, right? So we want to change the background color. So how to change the background color, everyone? So on the left hand side, you will see a color palette. Can you see?
Yes.
By the name of section background. Everyone, just next to the activities, you will see a color palette. Section background. Just click on section background. And here, please select emphasis 2. Select emphasis 2. Here you will see different colors are coming over there. So now we have given the color to the text box. Now we want to insert some images. So again, to insert some images, again on the right hand side, you will see the topmost insert box is there. Under insert, you will see a layout option. Everyone, can you see the layout option? And the layout option, many options are available to us where we can insert 2 images, 3 images, 4 images. So I'm selecting the option number 2 where we can insert 2 images. So please single click on that part. Option number 2, under layout, you will get a box to insert 2 images. Now, how to insert the images? So here you are getting the option to insert the image, to write the title, and to write the description. So first of all, we'll add the image by clicking on the plus sign. Right, so I'm just clicking on the plus sign. And under plus sign, you will see select image, upload, then select image. Under select image, you will see third option number 3, Google Images. So here I'm writing quiz competition. For example, these are the activities that we're conducting. So I'm writing quiz competition. Shall I repeat this process? Okay, I'll repeat this process anyway after some time. And just we have to insert the images. Just again, as I told you before, double click on any of the image. That image will come. I will repeat this process for everyone in some time. And here, click to edit title. Here we can write quiz competition. And in the description box, we can write some description over there. So everyone, those who have understood this process, they can repeat for the option number 2. And those who have not understood the process, please follow me. So click on the plus sign first, this plus. Then in case you want to upload any image from your laptop, option number 1, otherwise select image, option number 2. And here we want to search these images directly from the internet. So I'm searching for Google Images, and here I'm searching for debate competition. And whichever image that you are liking or I'm liking, I can insert it. So here we got another image on debate competition. And here again, we have to write the title and description. Everyone, any problem over here? Those who are facing problem in toggling, either they can use Alt tab, or they can watch the session and later on by seeing the recording, they can complete the side part. Okay, so Amrita madam, where you are facing the problem? Amrita ma'am, I can see 2 no and 1 from.
I'm fine, sir. I got it.
Okay, okay. Sharun ma'am.
No, I got it, sir.
Okay, very good. So now we want to insert some videos, right? So how to insert the videos? Again, we have to repeat the same process of layout. So again, we have to select a layout, option number 2, just single click on it. Another layout will come. Now in this layout, last time we selected the images, this time we'll be selecting the videos. So please everyone click on plus sign. And now we won't be selecting option number 2, but we'll be selecting option number 4, which is called YouTube. Select option number 4, YouTube. Now here we can write. So for example, this is a class 8 website, right? So I'm writing class 8 science chapter number 1, right? So let's see some videos. Okay, so here I'm getting chapter number 1, crop production and management. So I'm just clicking onto it. So here I'm writing crop production. And those who have not understood this process, I will repeat the process again. Now some mathematics video. So plus sign everyone. After from the insert, we have to insert a layout, option number 2, plus sign, and 4th option, which is called YouTube. Under YouTube, this time I'm selecting class 8 math video. And here I'm getting rational number is I think class 8. So I'm just selecting that option. So here we have another video on rational number. And here I'm writing some text over there. Right, everyone?
Sir, if you don't have a YouTube channel, then how will we add our own?
No, first of all, YouTube channel, definitely you can always, there is no charges for creating the YouTube channel, right? Part number 1. Otherwise, always you can upload the video on Google Drive, and from Drive, you can upload the video over here.
Okay, thank you, sir.
Yes, Deepika madam, after the session, you'll be getting a recording from our side. So again, everyone, now this again white part, I'm not finding it great. So what I'll do, I'll change the color on the left hand side, section background and emphasis 2. So here again, we got the emphasis 2, and right. So this is the way we change the color. So now we have a first page where we have inserted some images, banner, and some videos are there, right? Now generally what happened, you want to change the color, right? You are not liking this blue color. So what to do, right? Everyone, in case we want to change the color of this box, we have to go to top corner. You will see insert pages and themes. So please select option number 3, which is called themes. Under themes, you will get many color options. So whichever color that you're liking, you can select that particular color. That particular color will come on your website. Right, everyone?
Yes, followed.
Right. Now you want to share this website with your students, or you want to share this website with your other colleagues, teachers, right? So how to share a website? The first part to share a website is we have to publish the website. So again, to publish the website, on the right hand side, you will see a publish option. Can you see publish option?
Yes.
If you click on publish, here we have to give the web address. What is the web address? This is the way people will identify your website. They will write this web address on their Google and they will come to your website. So here, in case you want to change the web address, you can change, you can write even your name in the web address, provided this is available, right? So everyone here, for example, I'm writing Ankush demo 13. So if, in case if it is not available, what it will show? For example, if I write like, okay, this is, now, so these all things are available, but in case if I just write Ankush, okay, even this is available. If I like, okay. Right, so in your case, I think for in my case, I can see it, but in your case, you may not able to see it. So you just have to take some unique web address over there. And if you have taken a unique web address, so here I'm taking Ankush demo 1, and everyone will have to click on the publish. Click on publish. Now, from now you want, now after publishing, everyone, did you publish the website?
Yes, sir.
So after publishing the website, your website even will come on Google search, right? So how it will come on Google search? It will not come immediately, right? It takes some time. For example, here, for example, we have Deepika madam is there, Deepika Hada madam is there, Deepika Chaudhary madam is there, or Grace Sampson madam is there. For example, if somebody is searching for Grace Sampson on internet, then if you have prepared this website for on your own portfolio about yourself, then possibly this site will come on Google search. But this will take some time. Sometimes it takes 15 days, sometimes it takes 1 month, and you need to add some content, good quality content over there. Then your website will come on the Google search as well. After this, you can share the link of this website with anyone else. So how to share the link? Can you see? Okay, before that, before we share the link, can you go to option number 3, everyone? Can you see option number 3, which is called preview option?
Yes.
On the top bar, just on the right hand side, you will see 2 arrows, undo and redo. After that, you will see a preview option. Just click on the preview option. So this is the way your website will look to your audience, right? Whoever is going to come on your website, this is the way that they will find it. Now, again, how your website will look on the mobile. So why I'm asking this question? Because 70 to 80% of the students or the educators will see your website on their mobile, not on the website. So first option is there. If you click on the right hand side, if you see on the bottom corner, you will see a mobile icon as well. If you click on and the preview, click on mobile, this is the way your site will look on the mobile. Looking good, everyone?
Yes, I have a question.
Mm-hmm.
Like now, this was a sample run, like just
Right.
we are doing an example. So like
Mhm.
now I just inserted the name of my center. So I published it.
Right.
So when I do it afresh, will I be able to do it again
Yes.
by the same name?
The same name, you can change the name or same name as per your choice.
Okay, great. Thank you.
So now on the right hand side, from the exit, there is a cross button on the right hand side. Just click on that and come to the main preview option. So again, we are there on the edit box. So please, from the right hand right bottom corner, click on cross button, so that again we are coming on the edit option. So now one thing that you have to keep in mind, whenever you are making any changes on the website and you want to show those changes to the audience, don't forget to publish the website. So every time you have to publish the website, not exactly every time. For example, whenever you want to show all the changes to be shown to your audience, then you have to publish the website. Understood, everyone? So now how to get the link of the website? Again, near that preview option, there is an option called link, copy publish link. Can you see, everyone?
Yes.
Copy publish link. Just click on copy publish
Yes,
link. So this is the URL of your website, sites.google.com slash, in case Ankush demo, whatever your name, so sites.google.com will always come in between. Sites.google.com will always come in between, right? Why this will come in between? Because as of now we have created this site, completely a free website. That is why this will come. And but anyway, you can share the link. Even in case you want to run any marketing campaign, you can run the marketing campaign. Everything can be done. In case you need your own domain. Your own domain means, for example, I need a domain on hudamalim.com or linarathi.com, something like this, right? Then in that case, we have to buy a domain from Google. That will cost you 800 rupees per year. But that is recommended for only for those. For example, if you own a school or a tuition classes, then you can buy a domain. But if you are a teacher, subject teacher, class teacher, then no need to buy the domain. Better to work with this domain only, right? So only if you want to, if you are using it professionally, or professionally means commercially, then you can buy the domain and you can embed the domain over here, right? So as of now, this website is live for everyone, and I hope. Okay, so let me conduct my second poll, and right. So I'm just asking everyone before I'll explain something else. So did you create your website? This is the question. Yes, no, just watch the video and face some technical issues. Okay, so all those participants who have just watched the video, right? So not an issue. Anyway, you'll be getting recording from our side. Part number one. Part number two. Generally, as I told you before, in our training program, this is definitely not mandatory. You have to join the training program anyway. But in case, so over there we have a separate batch for the beginners, right? So where we take only 10 to 12 participants so that we can do all hand holding with you, right? So we don't have to be worried about anyone. Don't have to be worried about this training program is for everyone, right? Google tools are for everyone, even for beginners and even for those who are comfortable with technology. So now I will go to the presentation part, and we will see what all things are available for me in Google, right? So this is the part which is available to us on Google. So Google has many tools for the educators, right? So nearly about 18 tools are there for all the educators. 13 crores educators and students across the globe are. So you would say this is the most popular platform in the world. Very easy to learn. And the best part is no cost for educator, students, and even tuition provider. So everything, whatever thing that you're going to use is completely free and empowering the educator. So here Google objective is not to replace the teacher. Like for example, sometimes we are worried about nowadays about Byju's are there, right? And they're creating the videos. But here you don't have to worry about the replacement. Google is empowering all the educators so that they can use technology in the classroom, and hundreds of features are available to empower you. After that, using these Google tools, definitely you can create a website, you can share your learning resources, mobile app, you can create ebook, or I would say digital classroom. And we'll go to digital classroom in some time. You will see a wonderful demo on digital classroom, and that you can create free of charge anyway. Conduct online quizzes, create discussion board, give group assignments, record marks in the grade book, check plagiarism, analyze data using the spreadsheet. So all those things. So these are some of the tools I'm talking about. Many other tools are there, many other applications are there, which are the part of Google Certified Educator, right? So let me take you what is Google Certified Educator, then we'll go to the live demonstration of the tool. So it is a certification given by Google to the educators who are proficient in using digital tools in education. So it is one of the most valued tech certification for teachers. So now, so the best part of this certification in the training program is this will help you to move from the basic knowledge of digital tools to expert in using digital tools. I know because of pandemic now, many of the teachers are using technology. So we are become hands-on on using, for example, Google Forms, Google Docs, or sometimes Google Classroom, right? But those are the just initial part of some Google tools, right? So that is, I would say, 10 to 15%. So here we will become expert in using digital tools. So let me give you a couple of example over here. So for example, I'm thinking most of you have seen Google Earth for virtual tour. Participants, have you seen Google Earth?
No, I haven't.
Okay, so not an issue. So I will show it to everyone. So this is the basic part. Google Earth basic part. So this nowadays, if you have not seen, I think most of the kids might have seen definitely. Right. So this is the basic part. So this is the way we can know how you can integrate even AR, VR over here in the lessons. Right. So this is the Google Earth. And here we can see, and we can go to any part of the India, for example. If I want to go to Agra, I can go to Agra or any part of India, right? So this is the way we are going. So this is very much good for all your virtual tours for any of the subject, science, mathematics, English. So here, but how we can use with our lessons, right? Definitely we can take them on a virtual tour. So I will show you another thing, right? So even we can, the way that we created a website, even we can create a complete lesson on this one. Let me tell you the example, how you can use in your lesson. So, okay, I'm clicking on Google Earth. So this is the lesson that we teach our students in the class. Means students means educators in the class. And the way that you have learned Google site, even you can learn to prepare lessons like this. So now this is a lesson on historical monuments of India. In case I want to make any changes, I can make any changes over here. And in these historical monuments, we have 4: Hampi, Hawa Mahal, Qutub Minar, and Ajanta Caves. So let me start with Hampi, right? So directly we are going to Hampi now. Anyone from Karnataka or Hampi? Right, so this is the way I can see, right? So we can take a virtual tour in case you want to walk, right? We can do the walking as well. Right. Now, this is the thing that you have shared with your students. In case they want to know more about Hampi, even they can play a video like this. And even you can write some text over there, right? So now you are presenting information through virtual reality, through a video, and through the text. Similarly, now I'll go to option number 4. Directly from Hampi, we are not going to Hawa Mahal, Qutub Minar, directly going to Ajanta Caves. And here you will see, so anyway, now we are going nearly about 1,000 kilometers. And we are there in Ajanta Caves, right? Anyone from Maharashtra or Aurangabad? Does it look like Ajanta Caves? I'm sure some of the teacher might have been to Ajanta Ellora in Aurangabad, right? So this is Ajanta Ellora, and here you will see, in case as a teacher, if I want to know whether they have gone through this part or not, even I can embed a quiz over there. Can you see like this? Right. So this is the way we can make this interesting. And other tools that you'll be learning in the training program, which will help you to move from the basic knowledge of Google tools to or basic knowledge of tools to expand advanced knowledge. So here, this is a slides, Google Slides. I know everyone know about nowadays on Microsoft PPT and Google Slides. But have you ever think, can you add some quizzes directly in the slides? Can you add some questions directly in the slide and ask student to reply before they move to the next slide? Yes, we can do it. So I'm showing you another tool. So here I'm clicking onto it. So this is the tool that you can use within the Google Classroom, but this is not a tool directly from Google. And let me click onto it. Join lesson. First slide, second slide. Now I want to ask some question to my students. So they will automatically will get a open-ended question. So they can't move to the next slide before they answer it. Traditional, how we do market research, they have to answer some blah, blah, blah. Anyway, they don't have to answer blah, blah, blah over there. I will give 0 mark for that. But here, and traditionally, how we can do research, talking to friends, talking to students, something like this. And here, I am conducting some poll, right? So here I'm conducting a poll over here. And again, this tool, most of the features you will be able to use free of charge. So which digital assets you want visit more frequently, they have to answer something like this. And even we can embed a video over here, and even we can ask question in the video itself, right? And this is a video directly from YouTube. So you will not able to see the audio. Right, so now they have to answer it. Right? So this is the way we can take our classes from basic to expert. So some of the example. Now the next example, I think which you will, every one of you will definitely will like it. One-stop solution for many challenges of the educator, which is Google Classroom. I hope some of the teachers might be using Google Classroom over here. Anyone using Google Classroom? Okay. Yeah. So now we can see again, as I told you, again, as a teacher, most of the teachers know some basic part of Google Classroom, right? So how you can take Google Classroom to the complete advanced level. So in Google Classroom, definitely we can create an ebook or digital textbooks. You can share your learning resources using mobile app. You can distribute the assignments. You can give the feedback. You can conduct the quizzes. You can check plagiarism. You can consolidate all the marks in a grade book automatically when you can make the class announcement. So what I'll do, I will take you through a classroom. So here I'm going to a Google Classroom. This is already I have created a class, right? So this is a class on class 7th science, right? So similarly, you can create for class 6th, 8th, 9th, 10th, right? And you can create for any of the subjects. So this is a class 7th class, right? And this is the classwork. What is classwork means? All the chapters of 7th are here. Chapter number 1 is nutrition in plant, nutrition in animals, something like this, right? So this is a complete. So now textbooks will become outdated within some time, right? Nobody is going to use the textbooks because many limitations are there in textbooks. The kind of digital content which is available online, that too completely free of charge, I think that is humongous, right? So only textbooks you will use for the reference purpose, right? What you have to teach. Otherwise, teachers in this digital, whether you're going to be in your classroom, physical classroom or online, you can create, this is something like Baiju app. You can create your own Baiju app, right? So nutrition in plant. In case I want my, after attending my class, I want my student to go through some video. I can share a video like this, right? And pre-classroom notes. I want all my students to go through some pre-classroom notes before they come to the class. I can share that, right? Practice quiz. So even I can within this, right? So this Google Classroom has been created with the help of nearly about 7 to 8 Google tools. So just by learning Google Classroom, you won't get to learn everything. You have to learn 7 to 8 tools so that you can become proficient in it, right? So I'm just clicking onto it. Basic. So again, it is asking me basic. If I go to next, it is asking me for questions with images, question with match the following option. Even a video is there in the quiz, right? And for example, had I selected option number 1, advanced, it would have given me different questions. Okay, I think I have submitted it, but in advance, you'll be getting a different kind of questions over there. After this, even the best part is the assignment part. So, okay, before that, this is a complete guide. So you can have complete chapter on nutrition in plant over here with the help of Google Docs, which you can which you can create. And this is the document created by. So here you will get everything from Google Docs, and you have to learn more about Google Docs. And after that, you will be okay. And after that, you'll be having the assignment, right? So all the time, as a teacher, we want to share some assignment with the students, right? So this is the assignment. Prepare a document on photosynthesis in plants, right? And this is the way I'm going to check my assignment. Relevance, originality, presentation, images, and citation, submission on time. And how to create an assignment. So here we can create the assignments. This is a project, class test or a semester. I'm setting project 10 marks, due date is this, and save. Right, so after saving the assignments, many students might have submitted the assignment. So here is a student whose assignment I have to check. Right, so I'm checking one assignment in front of you. So first of all, as a teacher, what I'll check generally, whether this is the original content or not, whether they have done the plagiarism. Plagiarism means have they just directly went onto the internet and copy pasted the entire text. So I'm clicking over here, and here I can see 94% of the content is copy pasted. And even I can see she has copy pasted from examfear.com, right? So this is the information now directly available to you as a teacher. And then later on, in case you want to read and you want to say, okay, images are there, okay, so you can give the feedback. Now again, our feedback is going to be very authentic. Okay, she has add the relevant details, yes. Unique content, no, that was not original. Add images, yes. Add citation, yes. Footnote, submission on time, yes, right? And even as a teacher, I can give a video feedback as well. So sometimes what happened, I know I've gone through this, right? I want to give some feedback, some critical feedback to my student. And generally we think, okay, I'll keep the name in my mind. And after 3 days, when you meet the student, you forget everything, right? Because she is not the only student in your class. You have 100 of the students. So what generally I do, I generally video my feedback, right? Video capture that takes just 1 minute, right? So this is the feedback, right? So video feedback. So now here, if you're able to share such kind of feedback with your students, trust me, you can take your classes to the next level, right? And again, as I told you before, everything is free, right? All these tools are available for free. And here, if I go, as soon as I give the marks, all their marks will go to my grade book. Now here in the grade book, all marks of a subject are going to be here from different students. So I know the entire progress of my students. So generally, just telling the marks, computing the marks in the sheet, then in the Excel sheet, then giving it, it takes lots of time, right? So everything is now completely done for you. You don't have to do anything. Automatically, all the marks are captured over here, right? So this is a brief introduction on Google Classroom. So likewise, as I showed you with 4 tools, right? Likewise, so many things are there in each of the tools that we have not, as an educator, we have not never explored those tools. So whatever requirement we felt, we just learned it and we started delivering the classes. But we have never explored all the options which are available to us. Already we have seen Google Forms. In Google Forms, you can conduct the quizzes, you can take feedback, create a response on the go. You can add videos, images, survey with the style. You can create, you will be learning on how to create a YouTube channel and preparing a playlist in the class. And again, here you will be learning about Google Docs, Google Sheet, Google Slides, again, all basic and advanced parts, so that different ways of collaboration, how to protect your documents, how to communicate within the documents. And as well as you will be learning about the smart navigation, voice typing, collaboration, research and explore, where you can research within the Google Docs and plagiarism check. And again, Google Drive. Google Drive is your online hard drive, right? What do you mean by online hard drive? So anything, whatever you save on Google Drive is going to be there online, and you can access this content from anywhere, right? So you don't have to carry your laptop again and again, or pen drive again here and there. Whatever you're going to save in Drive, it will be available to you. And in Drive, you will learn about how you can share your videos or files in a secure way so that viewers cannot download them. You will be learning about sharing learning resources with various view, comment, and edit rights. And automatically you can sync the desktop content with Google Drive. And then again, Google Calendar, I have shown you some examples before. In Google Calendar, you can organize an event, you can do the time management, we can do the appointment slots, make a calendar to the public. So many things are there which are very unexplored by most of the teachers on Google Calendar, but it's an amazing tool for all your task management. Then again, you have Google Keep, which is again a very good tool on your task management. This is something like your online sticky notes, right? So all those things, you can set the reminders, images, list, everything in your Google Keep, right? And the best part, this is available both offline and on desktop and mobile, right? So every task, every due date, you can show everything on Google Keep. Then Jamboard is there. You'll be learning about in and out of the Jamboard, right? Start from basic to advanced. Then you'll be learning about Google Groups. So what are Google Groups? So, you know, in a class, we have many students are there. And sometimes what we see many times, all the students are asking same kind of queries. So what I can do as a class teacher, I can prepare a question answer forum like this using Google Groups. So basically what they will do, in case if they have any doubts, rather than WhatsApping me or asking, right, they can directly go and they can ask their doubt in the forum. And as a teacher, I can reply to them, or even other students can reply to them. So next time, if a student has a similar kind of doubt, rather than asking to the teacher, they can directly go and search for the problem or solution from the Google group. So this is the way you will be able to create a completely a new kind of question answer forum using this one, Google Groups. and some other tools. You'll be learning again the spreadsheet, where you'll be learning about how to quickly collaborate and analyze the data. You'll be learning about the Gmail to automate the repetitive task in Gmail. You will learn how to automate. Many functions are there available. Auto emails can be done. Forwarding can be done. Many options are available in Gmail that you'll be learning. And again, a chat option is there. This is one-to-one for instead of WhatsApp, we can use chat, right? So it's a very secure tools. And again, very important part for all the teachers is digital pedagogy, right? So to learn about the classroom pedagogy, you have spent nearly about 2 to 4 years. So current B.Ed program is of 4 years. Previously, it was of 2 years. But digital pedagogy is completely different ball game, right? And now, as all of you are aware, we are moving something in a blended format where we should know classroom pedagogy and digital pedagogy as well, right? So definitely digital pedagogy is very vast, but here we'll be conducting some of the topics: project-based learning, blended learning, the flipped classroom in digital pedagogy under this program. So this is flipped classroom. So flipped classroom means traditionally how we are conducting the classes. Even when we are conducting the classes online, we are conducting in traditional way. What is traditional way? So in the class, as a teacher, I will explain the concept, and student will go and do the homework at home. But in the flipped classroom, because as a teacher, I know now knowledge is not the strength of teacher, because teacher can do many other things, right? Because knowledge is available everywhere, right? You have many videos, many websites are there. So let students learn from those videos. And in the class, all the student will work with some project or assignments along with the teacher in the group, right? So this is the flipped classroom, which is becoming very popular across the globe. And what's more, you will be learning about advanced Google search option, promote digital citizenship, and even you can able to teach your students about internet safety and privacy. And why teacher need to become digitally smart? So generally, answer used to come pandemic, right? So I think we don't have to become digitally smart because of pandemic, because pandemic is anyway going to get over in some time. But the students are spending 4 to 7 hours time on digital devices. That is thing, and this is not going to change. Even after pandemic, they will spend possibly 1 hour, maybe less, but they will spend same number of times, 3 to 5 hours daily on their devices. In 10 years time, 9 out of 10 jobs will require digital skills, right? So if digital skills is now becoming part and parcel of each and everything that you want to teach them. And exponential rise of free and interactive digital tools to teach students. Many things are available online. So if you are good in online medium using right content, then I think you don't have to be depending upon anyone. And as I told you, in Google Classroom, we have seen the example. You can create a Byju kind of app on your own, free of charge. So Byju is charging 40,000 rupees. Possibly you can give in whatever price that you want to give, but you can create your own digital content over there, or you can share other videos which are available on YouTube. You can personalize the classroom. So generally what teachers do nowadays, they create 2 classes, right, for the same class, one for the regular student, one for the advanced student, right? So all the beginners are going to be in one classroom, so they get basic content, and all advanced will get another kind of content, right? So this is the way you can personalize your resources as per the requirement of the teacher. So teachers need to be digitally smart to guide them in this new environment, because this new environment is sometimes risky as well, right? But as a teacher, if you are not aware of what all things are there which are going to be risky, who is going to guide them, right? So that is why also you have to become digitally smart to create an engaging classroom, to personalize the learning environment, to reduce the digital gap between the students and teacher. And again, this is an excellent way to gain the respect of the students, because if a student will see my teacher is using technology very well, and nowadays they appreciate that they are judging it, right? So possibly you and me are not judging any other person based on their technical proficiency, but they are judging it, right? Sometimes they really like the people who are tech savvy. So because they are tech savvy, right? So excellent way to gain the respect of the students. And blended, as I told you, is becoming a new normal. So new national education policies are already encouraging adoption of blended learning. And so blended learning means classroom learning plus online learning. So when to use classroom, when to use online, you should be smart enough to judge it. It will increase your productivity many times, as we have just seen, right? Assignment checking can be completely automated, and you can improve your, you can save lots of time. And many new jobs are coming in online tutoring, right? So if you become expert, you can get the part, become the part of that tutoring job as well. So technology won't replace teachers, but teachers who won't use technology will probably replace teachers who do not use it. So how to become expert in using Google tools? You can complete the training program. You can write the exam by just paying $10. You can write the exam at the comfort of your home and pass 3 hours, and passing score is 80%, right? So 80% is the score. So you have to be professional or expert in all the tools to clear the exam. This is the certification you'll be getting, Google Certified Educator. And the best part, people are recognizing now this certification. Even principals, educators, parents are recognizing, okay, a teacher is a Google Certified Educator. Definitely, it will help you to promote your brand as well. This is the syllabus. I think syllabus we have already discussed, right? Like oral tools that you'll be learning under Google Certified Educator training course, and how to prepare for Google Certified Educator exam. Definitely, you can do everything free of charge. No need to join any training program on YouTube, right? Many videos are available, but generally what happened, as a teacher, we don't have that much time to see 25 videos for one topic, because what happened in YouTube, for one topic, many videos are available. We have to decide which is the best video. And again, in case you have any doubts over there, nobody is going to help you out, right? So that is why we are offering an instructor-led online training course. And this is a 5 weeks training program. So 2 batches we are offering, 5:30 to 7 p.m. and 8:30 to 10 p.m., 3 days per week, completely a hands-on training session. So 12 assignments are going to be there so that you become proficient in each and every tool. And there is going to be a mock exam, which ensure you clear exam in the first shot. Regular doubt solving sessions are going to be there. You'll be getting a curated course material, limited batch size for the discussion. And the best part of it, we have a separate batch for the beginners. So all the participants, those who are beginners in technology, they will be getting a separate batch of 10 to 12 students. And all the regular students will be getting a batch of 25 to 30 students, right? But fee is going to remain same for both of them. Only for beginners, we have to do more hand-holding with them so that they also become good in using of technology. And fees is going to be 6,000 rupees per participants. And if you're joining in a group, it is going to be 5,000 rupees. And the next batch we are starting from 16th of September. So if you want to join this batch, you can join this batch. And again, if you're writing the Google Certified Educator exam, you'll be getting additional training from our side on Kahoot, Canva, Padlet, Powtoon, Filmora, Nearpod, and Flipboard. These tools are directly not by Google, but other tools which you can integrate with Google Classroom. And you can join our family of 200 successful Google Certified educators, possibly largest in India. And all the training will be conducted by Google Certified Trainer. Completely is going to be hands-on training. And we have trained nearly about 1,000 schools and teachers, colleges, and help 200 teachers to become Google Certified Educator in the last 6 months. Right. So I'm just conducting my last poll for everyone before I start taking the query. Right. So would you like to become a Google Certified Educator? Everyone. Right. So please say yes, maybe, or no. Right. So requesting everyone, please do it so that we can go to the next slide. Right. And again, we have got nearly about 4.9 reviews out of 5 from nearly about 200 educators, right? So like, for example, if you go to Google, right? So here you will see our reviews. Right, so 230 reviews from teachers are there, 4.9, right? And you can see all the reviews, and even most of the times, even we have written over there from which school or college they are, right? So in case you want to check them up, right? So like he's from Mathematics 360. So similarly, we have mentioned even that, so like she's from the Green Acres Academy, Mumbai. So in case you know any one of them, you can check out with them as well. So this is about Tech for Educators, and let me complete my last slide, right? So in case if you have any queries, you can contact them now. So our session is open for any queries that you have, any participants, right? So, and I hope I have not gone very fast, but I think because in the beginning I got the instruction from one of the participants to complete the session on time. So Deepika madam, I think I completed the session on time.
No, definitely. It was very crisp, and I was able to understand a lot of things, and I was able to get a fair idea about the program. So thank you so much, Mr. Ankush. Thank you so much, sir. It was very nice.
Yes. So any queries from any? Yes, Ruchi ma'am.
Yeah, well, I'm really new to this. I had this quick question. So this is level 1, right? Google.
Yes, level 1. Yes, yes.
So there is no process for level 1 and level 2 training
No.
together?
Madam, generally what happens, we recommend people to go for level 1, and after every 3 months we conduct level 2 training, right?
Okay. Okay.
So level 2 training is available, right? So we'll be starting the level 2 training batch but generally level 1 is recommended initially. Why?
Okay.
Because in case you want to become a Google certified trainer, then only you should go for level 2. Otherwise, no need to go for level 2.
Okay.
Right,
Okay.
because-
So I mean, with this basic certification of level 1.
Madam, this is
I
not
have-
basic. This is more comprehensive than level 2.
Okay. Okay. The reason I'm asking is because I am a personal tutor, but I would like to improve my branding. So would level 1 be
No,
okay?
madam, parents does not know about level 1 and level 2. They
Okay.
better you become a Google certified educator. So by just
Okay.
completing level 1 also you're becoming Google certified educator. Level
Okay.
2, as I told you, is only for those who want to become Google certified trainer, right?
Oh, okay.
So in case you want to become, later on you can decide as well, right? So let's start complete level 1, and it is more comprehensive in nature, and you learn most of the essential tools, and even we are covering 30 to 40% of the syllabus of level 2 within level 1 only.
Okay, okay, fine. But this will have enough weightage to push in my website or my teaching
Madam,
credibility, right?
whatever thing that I have shown it to you, you will able to do each and everything.
Okay, great.
So this
Fantastic.
is not I have just shown you just to impress everyone, right? Otherwise, you would not have got 4.9 rating. And you know, teachers are very critical in nature, right?
Yeah,
If they
yeah.
don't like it, they will give 0. So students are easy to manage, but you can't take around teachers by showing, okay, I'm doing this, and don't do those things, right? So not possible.
Got it. Of course, no, this is just for personal use. How do I put it to personal use? That was my question.
Yeah,
But
right.
of
And
course,
you'll be getting, definitely you'll be getting a badge that you can use in front of your one, right? And Google Classroom is going, I think the best part, madam, you can communicate to the parents. You're going to use, like nowadays you have Class Plus and other tools are available online, but over there you have to pay, someone has to pay 10,000 rupees every year, part number 1. Yes, completely free. And you are using the world best resources. We are not using some resources which have been created in last 1 year, but from Google, right?
Okay.
And the best part is no data sharing is there. On all other platforms, you're sharing your data with someone else. So next time, if you're not using their platform, they will go to your student and tell them, okay, science teacher, this madam is also offering, right?
Yes.
So first of all, you are giving your student to them, and you will become their, I will not say slave, but if you're not going to use their tool, their service next year, then but database of your students are there. And Google does not have this much time to do this thing, right? So you don't have to worry about the Google, because 13 crore teachers and students are using it.
No, great, fantastic. No, thanks a lot. Thank you so much.
Any other query from the participants? Yes, Anand sir. Okay, Sharun madam, I can see your hand.
Yes, sir. I have a question regarding the certification. Is the
Yes, yes.
certification valid for lifetime or every
No,
5 years we need to renew it?
All tech certification, right? Generally will come with the validity because technology is changing. So
Yeah.
this certification will come for 3 years validity, and after 3 years, again you can write the exam and gain the certification.
Okay. And another query is, since you told that this batch is going to be starting in September, is there another batch which is going to start a little later? Because
Then October, madam.
October. Okay.
Right.
October as in the mid October, or
Yes. Generally around this time only, 10th to 7th or 8th October, something like this.
Sir,
Yes, sir, Anand sir.
sir, is there any provision for me to use mathematical tools while teaching in that Google Classroom?
Yes, sir. Why not? Means you can use GeoGebra is there, right? In Google Classroom, many tools are there that can be used. Even Google Earth you can use in Google Classroom, sir.
Yeah, that's
right.
what my
So you can measure the area of India, right? And you can use Google Earth to measure the area. So you can directly show all your trigonometric concepts or mathematical concepts using maps in Google Earth. So many tools are there for
friends since last 2 semesters through Google Classroom. It is very good. Only Google Classroom I know. Very tip of an iceberg of the quantity what you just now told me now.
Yes, I told that. That is I told you, everyone. All the teachers are using Google Classroom, but we know only 10 to 15% of Google Classroom.
Exactly, sir. Exactly.
And I have not covered everything. Many other things are there because since it's a 1 hour webinar, I can't cover each and everything.
Exactly.
So many other things are there, sir.
Sure, sir. Definitely, it created it's a eye-opening session for me, and definitely I will be participating in that.
Yes. Thank you, sir.
Welcome, sir. Welcome, sir.
Any other queries from the participants?
so
So if we want to join this class, then to whom we have to contact?
I think, madam, I think our team will. So anyway, I think this is the number. I think tomorrow you can contact on this number in front of you, right, on my screen.
Okay, okay. Thank
You just screenshot or just take the image of this one. Any other query? Yes, ma'am.
I just wanted to know, will there be a batch either in November or December?
Yes, madam. Every month we have 3 to 4 batches.
Oh, okay. Okay, sir. Thank you so much.
Any other queries from the participants? Hi.
Hello.
Yes, Lakshmi ma'am.
Good evening, sir.
Yes, ma'am. Good evening.
I am a primary teacher. Is going to attend this session of Google Classroom. Is it going to?
From 20% of the party teachers, those who are joining are from primary section, madam. Right? Because first of all, as I told you, first of all, let's start with website, right? Definitely, you can create your class website, right? Where you can share the portfolio of students with their parents. Part number 1. You can create virtual tour. You can add all the resources in because now young students, right? Young means all kids, right? They like digital content, right? You can prepare your own Google class. You can create your virtual tour. So I think 20% of the teachers, those who are joining these courses are from pre-primary and primary section, right? And as well as it will help you to improve your productivity as well.
Okay, the same thing will be implied here. Like after 3 years, I have to go through the certification again.
Madam, if you want to, yes, madam. But as of now, the best thing is first of all learn the tools, madam, right? So if you're able to learn, then better to become Google certified educator, right? And if you see any advantage after 3 years, then write the certifications again, because every technology is changing very fast.
Yeah,
right? So that's the reason they have to renew the certification every time. Otherwise, what will happen? Certification is certification becoming a kind of benchmark. Okay, you are a Google certified educator, then you are a tech savvy. So after 3 years, if you are not updated yourself, right? Yes. Any other queries from the? Thank you, ma'am.
I have a question. Like, sir, once we complete the certification and we are certified, will you help us in finding a job also in some good schools? Do you have tie-ups?
So, madam, now I think nearly about, madam, you will say nearly about 50 to 60 principals are associated with us, right? But we can help you, but we are not guaranteeing or assuring you.
But you will guide us? You will guide us?
We will able to guide you, ma'am.
Okay, that would be good. Great. Thank you. Thank you.
Any other teacher?
Sir, just a small query. Like if I'm not finding myself very techno savvy, nowadays we are taking virtual classes, but still I find myself like very low in technology. So do you like if I'm wanting some assurance that after attending the program, can I be more improved version of myself?
Okay,
like I
great.
don't have,
Good.
I don't have.
Just 1 minute, right?
Yeah.
So first of all, okay. So, madam, separate batch for beginners based on assessment test. So, first of all, madam, we'll be taking one assessment test from everyone, right? And based on your score only, we'll be allotting you the beginners batch or the regular batch. Part number 1. And madam, nearly about many educators. I think I can. I'm not right. So, just give me some minute. I will even share you the this one feedback of teachers, those who are not knowing anything and became Google certified educator, right? So I think you will see many teachers are there who were not did not know anything about anything right before, but they become Google certified educator. So once you speak to the counselor, even they will be sharing you the testimonials of all those educators, right? Those who were at beginners level and become Google certified educator. That is why, madam, as I told you, that is why we are going to have only 10 to 12 participants, and that too you have to think we are not charging double fee. We are just charging same fee because we want to help all the beginners also in becoming tech savvy.
Fine, sir.
Anyone else? Any participants?
Hello, sir.
Yes, ma'am. Good evening, ma'am.
Sir, I want this meetings recording. How I can get this?
I think tomorrow you will be getting the recording from our side. But anyway, every alternate day we are organizing this demo session.
Okay. Thank you so
Huh.
much.
So by which date we can register if we want to, like
Yes,
for the
yes.
upcoming courses, what
Yes.
will be the date?
Come again, madam.
What will be the feasible date by which we can register ourselves?
No,
for
you have
the-
to register as soon as possible. Otherwise, you will be getting the next date on the month of October because we take limited number of participants in each of the batches.
Okay.
So, sir, this recording I will get on my email ID, right?
Yes, 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 yes.
Okay. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Thank you, sir, for the wonderful session. We actually learned a lot.
Thank you, madam. Thank you, madam, for being here and generally attending a one hour demo class and webinar is a huge thing. So thanks a lot to all of you as well.
Oh, it was really nice, sir. The session was very helpful. And the only concern I have is this that if I enroll for the course, you people should help us in, finding a good school also.
Madam, definitely.
Yeah.
So, madam, not only in India, right? So
Yeah.
nowadays we are connected with outside India as well. So definitely, I know you don't want to go outside India, right? But definitely, we will try our best because, as I told you, we have trained nearly about teachers and professors from 1,000 schools and colleges in India, right?
Okay.
So, and even we conduct a session like this on how to prepare your CV and how to face the job interview of a teacher,
Okay. Okay.
right? So this is the way we can help you out.
Great.
Right.
Because I'm in Delhi. So
And
it
that
would be
does not,
great.
right. So we have many teachers from Delhi.
Great, sir. Thank you, sir. Thank you.
Thank you. Everyone.
Thank you so much.
Okay, everyone. So have a great time, great weekend. Enjoy weekend with your family members. Thank you again. Keep safe yourself. Be healthy. And bye. Take care.
Thank you
Thank
so
you,
much.
sir. Good night, sir. Take care.